So recently, there have been some supermarkets that have been testing a new method of letting people check out faster. It's where they basically walk around with the store's app on their phone. They scan everything that's going into their basket so they can keep a running tally of what their total is. But above and beyond, once they're done shopping, they press purchase, and out the door they go. Leading me to think that very soon there could be a completely autonomous supermarket, or maybe the only people that are actually there are to restock the shelves and that's it. But with some of the new robotic technology coming along, it makes you wonder how long will it be before the truck gets unloaded, things get stocked on the shelves. Oh wait, they might just deliver it to your house because you ordered it from your smartphone anyway. So I think there's a lot of things changing. I don't think people are going to be done away with in the next year or two, but I think that's something for people to pay attention to over the next 3 to 5 years, because a lot of those supermarket jobs are unionized and they're fairly high dollar. So I think they're going to do everything in their power to slowly but surely start removing those jobs from those stores, because it can save them so much money. There's just not that tech cost, even if it's fairly high, just doesn't have the same cost. It's not calling in sick. It's not doesn't have any benefits, except it has a lot of benefits for those consumers, just because it's a lot faster and a lot more efficient. So that's my opinion. How true it is, I can't really speak to that, but I think there's going to be some pretty massive changes to how people shop over the next couple of years. Recently, I had the sickness that's been plaguing what seems like everyone in our area. I call it the sickness. It was the flu. I had, my throat was running. I didn't feel good. And finally, I just wasn't getting better. So instead of going to the urgent care, I decided to try out this app on my phone where I was able to sit down and in 10 minutes or less, I was able to talk to a doctor. And it was really good. The guy was engaging. He was very thorough. I probably got to see him for a lot longer than I would have if I'd been at the urgent care. And within 20 minutes, I had all of my information. He'd called everything over to the pharmacy, and within an hour, I was able to go pick up everything from the pharmacy. And the best part was it was mostly covered by insurance. It was a lot less expensive, and it was way less time intensive. I could choose somebody who wasn't busy and didn't have a long line. And as a result, I was seen, like I said, in 10, 15 minutes, and I could do it while sitting at home and not having to get out of my jammies. So when you're sick, who wants to go to the doctor? Well, you don't have to anymore. The doctor will literally just come to you with the power of your smartphone. I really think there's going to be a lot of things going that way. In some ways, for us, when we're doing our managed services, everything is done completely remotely. At least almost everything is done remotely. There will always be some pieces of the medical industry that have to be done in person. You can't set a bone, over your phone. There are some things that will have to be done in person, and that will be the case for a long time for almost everything. But more and more things are being able to be handled remotely, where they were able to take care of me. I was able to get all my prescription needs taken care of without having to go in and actually be in person with anyone. So I think it'll be really revolutionary for a lot of different industries. I think medical is really just starting to take off. Could create a completely new segment in that industry. So I'd say pay attention to it. I think it's a really interesting topic. And I think it's going a lot of really cool places. Forbes recently put out a list of the top 12 technological things that you need to pay attention to. There were two that really just stood out to me as I was reading over the list. The first was AI. It's a really big buzzword right now, and I'm afraid that people are really getting lost in this whole artificial intelligence, either good or bad. The very strong reality is, I think it's a positive, at least a very generally positive thing. As we start having more and more and more data, it just is not feasible for a human to comb through all of that information. So having a AI, a bot, whatever you want to call it, to filter through that data and start bringing you insights. And this is something that has to be, in many cases, programmed by a person. So that bot's not going to know that you want to see something unless you ask it. But it would allow you to actually interact with that data and give you those reports, give you that information so you can make business decisions based on your data a lot more quickly and a lot more efficiently. So I think there's something that's really positive there. I think it's going to be really big over the next couple of years. And so the more you can start using AI in your day-to-day business routines, I think it's really going to help you drive your business forward very quickly. And the other was getting out of that 30,000 foot view of just your own company and start seeing the view through your customers' eyes. That's something that I recently have started to realize, is that I can be so caught up in where are we going, that I forget kind of what it's like to be a customer or be a client. And so I've been really trying lately to bring myself back down, see what's going on, and start seeing life through our clients' eyes, and saying, how can we help drive our clients forward and bring a lot of value to them. So I think those are two of the biggest things that I pulled out of that Forbes technology list. There'll be a link to it in the show notes below, but I would definitely recommend taking a look, reading through it. Let us know what your thoughts are on what was the most important thing out of those 12 lines. So again, to me, I think AI is going to be really interesting and really big over the next couple of years. And then kind of getting out of yourself and paying attention to what's really, really important for your clients. I think those are two of the big takeaways I got out of that article.